You don't find balance, you practice it. This sentence, pronounced by Adrienne Mishler in Yoga with Adrienne in one of her lessons, kind of stuck with me for several days, still does actually, and it sparked some reflection on how we're always trying to find something to achieve something. It's like, oh, there, I have it, then I can move on and do something else. And how this is a somewhat difficult approach in some cases. And so the fact of practicing instead of finding is an interesting approach. What if, instead of trying to find, master, learn, apply soft skills, we just practice them with the knowledge and the acknowledgement that there are conditions outside ourselves and inside ourselves that are going to make that practice easier, harder, better, worse, worth of improvement, and maybe full of learning points, or maybe just fantastic. What if we approached soft skills like a practice? My name is Simona Ferri. I'm a coach, and I help my clients develop the practice of soft skills, let's put it like that. And those soft skills that they need, they want to do better, to succeed in the workplace, in their business, and their life. In this video, I'll share the core thought of the coaching activity that I do with them to support the development of genuine, sustainable behaviors that actually make up those soft skills. In the end, I'll share some powerful questions for you to use in your practice. So there's a lot of trainings out there and a lot of YouTube videos that want to teach you about a variety of soft skills. People management, communication, business development, you name it. And they usually tell you what behavior to adopt and why it's effective. For example, if you want to engage people, you need to listen to them. Because when you listen to people, people feel listened to, they are going to open more, you are going to be able to understand them better, there's a better communication, and so you are going to be able, for example, as a manager, to engage them in work because they will feel listened to and they will feel that what you're actually telling them is adapted to their needs and what they want and what they expect, it's challenging and all of that. So listen actively, focus on what the other is saying and not on what you want to reply. Easy enough, right? No, it's not easy. Listening is really hard. First of all, it requires a lot of focus. If you've ever tried to really listen to someone and refrain from offering comments or replies, you should know. If you haven't tried it, it's one of the best exercises that you can do if you want to improve any kind of relationship. It's hard and it's tiring. Secondly, listening requires that you're centered, that you're somewhat balanced within yourself so that and your emotions so that you can focus and give full attention on the other person. Have you ever noticed that when you're angry, you don't really remember anything that gets said, that someone else is telling you, even if that person has nothing to do with your anger? This is something I work a lot on with my clients. So it's not just the behavior that you want to apply, it's your emotional context with that behavior. And that is a whole world to explore. Thirdly, in listening, there's also the fact that you're actually listening to someone else. And there are things going on with that person as well. and he or she might be upset and express themselves in a way that you cannot relate to, that it's this difficult for you to understand or to empathize with despite your best efforts. Or they might be really nervous and talk really quickly and make a lot of points, and you sort of get lost. So there's really a lot of things going on, and that's why the concept of practicing listening instead of just listen resonates with me and seems to me, let's say, a more wholesome and organic way to approach soft skills, for in this case, listening. So if we approach soft skills as a practice, we will know that there are things to consider, the balance within us, what the other person is feeling and trying to genuinely understand and connect, and that changes every time. And this practice, like all practices, might be sometimes easier, sometimes harder, and sometimes just plain impossible. And that's okay. There is no perfection, and practice doesn't make it perfect. What we strive for is just a human interaction, a genuine interaction, and that is what we practice. So here are some questions that can support your practice. First off, how am I feeling today? And how do I feel about practicing this behavior? What kind of emotions does the idea of practicing it spark? It can be exciting, or it can be frightening, or just worry. So take stock of that and acknowledge those emotions. Second, what is my objective with this interaction, this conversation? What does a successful behavior or successful practice look like? Try to picture it in your mind. And thirdly, try to picture what you want the other person, if it requires an interaction, to feel about this exchange and about you. So consider first yourself, then your goal, and then the other person. Take all these points into account as you get ready for your practice, and then just try it. As I said, practice doesn't make it perfect, and it won't be perfect because it's a human interaction. And probably the real perfect interaction is just genuine and human. So just try it. I hope the content of this video sparked some interest in you and in your practice of soft skills. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share the video, and subscribe to our channel for weekly videos on soft skills and time management. I'll see you soon.